Federation revenues are surging. Figures from the Nigeria Revenue Service, formerly Federal Inland Revenue Service, shows total receipts hit 3.635 trillion naira in September of 2025, up from 711 billion naira in May 2023, a jump of 411%. The biggest driver was non-oil taxes, which surged to 1.056 trillion naira from 151 billion naira. Oil receipts also rose sharply alongside custom duties and value-added taxes.
A lot of people ask is that they just ask questions, are you better than the way you are 2 years ago? And then you see a lot of people say, no, no, no. But the question really is that if we've not done anything, what could have happened in May 2023? You see the first one, that we have negative trade balance. And that is why, because we are importing the PMS, we are exporting the crude. You see multiple exchange rates. You have a window, you have many windows. Then you have almost zero or negative FAC inflow, meaning that those agencies of government that are supposed to actually bring money to the Federation, they are telling the Federation that they are owing them as a result of sustainable subsidy that we were doing.
Buttressing recent comments by the president, the agency says collections from the first 8 months of 2025 reached 20.6 trillion naira, already exceeding targets and on course for its full-year goal of 25.2 trillion naira, higher than last year's 21.6 trillion naira.
Just imagine that I have 4 months left and I just need to do 60% and I'm above 50%. So those people that understand, like Mr. President does, that is where the statement comes. And you can see that we are trending towards this. This is Federal Inland Revenue Collection. This is where we are. And if I do month by month, compared to the last year, you will see that there is no month that we are not far ahead.
But some critics question why Nigeria is still borrowing heavily despite the windfall.
Without want to throw any jibe, well, what is the component of a budget of a country? So you have your expenditure, you have your revenue, and you have loan in all budget. So if my expenditure for this year is 100,000, and my plan is that 80 will be from my revenue and I will borrow 20. And I've done revenue of 90 and I'm borrowing according to what I have in my budget of borrowing 10. So what is the problem in that?
Adedeji says the growth reflects deliberate reforms under the Tinubu administration, including the streamlining of multiple taxes, easing compliance for small businesses, rationalizing tax incentives, and new digital tools to close leakages. Officials here say the next phase is about creating a simpler, fairer tax system, one they hope will sustain revenues, attract investments, and ease Nigeria's reliance on borrowing. This phase begins from January 2026.